Tom Westley comes in straight at 3. What's the thinking there, and any concerns about him coming in a big game, in a big series like this?
No, I think he's shown that through Lions cricket, through cricket for Essex, that's where he bats. He's very comfortable, very happy there, and he's in good form. So no better time to get picked for England when you're in good form, I think.
What have you and the selectors seen in him?
Well, he's someone who's consistently scored runs. He's a natural run scorer. He always has been from a young lad. So he's very calm at the crease. He's very even-tempered. And Cookie's obviously seen a lot of him at Essex. And he's been in very good form over a period of time. It's not just a couple of weeks. He's been in form now all of last season through the winter, and started this really well in Division 1, and obviously putting good performances to get Essex up to the top of the table. So we're seeing a very calm batsman who knows his game and is being picked at the right time.
Well, is that from the coach?
Yeah, I mean, you can spend time and effort thinking about the Ashes, but actually the game is here and now, and it's more important to think about the game that we have starting on Thursday, and the Ashes at the moment is on the back burner. And yes, I know there's a lot of talk about how we want to be settled. Of course we do, every team wants to be settled, but at the moment it's about performing on Thursday through to Monday, and that's our only focus at this stage. Well, I think you have to be even-handed with it all. We didn't get too carried away as a team after we'd won the game at Lords, and we weren't desperately down after losing the last game. We know we didn't play well enough as a team, and every single one of us, coaches, players, everyone put their hands up after the Trent Bridge performance and said, one, it lacked some fight, certainly in the second innings, and there was some disappointing dismissals in both innings, and that's something that you have to take on the chin. When you don't play well and you get beaten in the manner that which we did at Trent Bridge, you have to take any criticism that comes your way, and it's up to us within the dressing room to make sure that we keep things even-handed, we stay on an even keel, and we don't, as I say, don't get too excited when you win a game, you don't get too down when you lose a game. We're still very much in a series, there's 2 more games to go, and everyone's looking forward to Thursday. You have to learn lessons. South Africa learned an awful lot of good lessons between Lords and Trent Bridge, and maybe we didn't learn quite as quickly, and this is an opportunity for us to do so. But I think the one thing that our selectors have done well in the last few years I've been involved is they've been very consistent with their selections, and players have been given sometimes 1 game more rather than 1 game too few, and I think that's the way that it should be. When you pick people, you want them to know they're going to get a run of games, and it's not just a case of coming in, having a one-off game and then you're out the side again. We're trying to build confidence in the team, and yes, we know it was not a great performance at Trent Bridge by any means. There's a lot of work we've got to do to get right, but chopping and changing your team doesn't tend to solve those problems. We don't want to be a team that's known for having a poor performance and then backing up with a really good performance and showing we've got character. We want to be a team that's consistent. We want to win games back to back, and that's what the best teams in the world do. And if we are to be taken seriously and to be seen as one of the best teams in the world, we have to be more consistent than we have been. And we know that's an area we've got to get better at. And Trent Bridge unfortunately wasn't a one-off. It's happened a few times before. And as I say, we don't want to be a team that's known for bouncing back. We want to be a team that is consistent and knows how to win back-to-back games. That's the most important thing. Each individual is encouraged to go and play their way, and there is a fine line between being positive and aggressive and being reckless. And we had some reckless dismissals, and we also had some disappointing defensive dismissals in the last game. So not all of our shots were people playing big shots and getting caught on the rope. We had people caught around the crease and bowled through perhaps not being quite as positive with their footwork and clinical as they could have been in defence. So it works both ways. But each batsman, you trust each batsman to go out and play their way, and that's what you do as a team, and that won't change. Well, he's still finding out about himself as a captain. He's new to captaincy, but what you would say is that when he plays as a batsman, you can see that he's very good at keeping his emotions in check, and you would never know from the way that Rooty is whether he's in form scoring runs or not in form, and he's very good at that, so you would expect that to continue into his captaincy. But at this stage, he's 2 games in, he's had 1 fantastic defeat, 1 fantastic win, and of course he'll learn from that. He'll reflect and he'll spend time thinking about it. Everyone will chat it to him, but it's up to him to develop his own way and his own method, and that's something that only he can do through the more games he does.
Okay,
thanks.